Well, you may already know that wealth is a system with many steps to achieve success. Sometimes it takes creative and unique approaches to achieve even the kind of financial investment return that you strive for. Strongbrook REIC's mission is to help its clients create, manage, protect, and grow wealth. They take a systems approach to wealth, and according to their staff, everything they do has been tested in the real world and proven to deliver results. So I'm happy to welcome Chris Crone. He's the president of Strongbrook REIC. Ryan Lee is an investor who has had success with Strongbrook program. And Valerie Franklin is an independent business developer with Strongbrook. Nice to meet all of you.
Thank you.
Chris, let's start with you. Many workshops out there and educational classes around the country. What makes Strongbrook different than somebody else?
You're right, Denise. There's a lot of companies out there. There's a lot of workshops, and there's a lot of knowledge. There's a lot of education. My experience is that most people don't actually ever take that knowledge and information and do anything with it. And that's because real estate at the end of the day is really hard. And in fact, in the last 5 years, there's a lot of people that have been hurt by real estate, and there's a lot of people that just don't have the right kind of financial IQ to know how to make money in this kind of market. And so what we're out there doing very different is we're not just educating and teaching people, we're actually giving them a team of people that can actually help them go out there and do the investing so that they don't have to be left to their own devices. They don't have to be left to interpret the manual or what the class or what the instructor might have meant. But instead it's, hey, let's bring you properties, let's bring the deals for you, let's take you into the very best markets, and let's help make that investing something very real by having a team of over 200 qualified real estate professionals help you invest successfully.
That sounds like a lot of work. How many hours does it typically take just for one property?
You know, we document several hundred hours on a typical transaction because when you look at all the different licensure, when you look at all the different experts involved, and there's realtors and loan officers and property managers and title companies and insurance, there's all these different aspects to doing real estate successfully. So what we do is we step in and we have all of those companies under one roof so that when we work with someone, we can shave down hundreds of hours and really have the team do those hours for our clients.
That's excellent. So what you're doing is minimizing the risk and maximizing the return. So that's a win-win.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And if you think about that for a second, there's a lot of risk in real estate investment unless you're an expert and you know how to go into the marketplace and know how to mitigate and minimize that risk. And so there doesn't have to be nearly as much risk. There's a lot of risky strategies out there. There's a lot of people trying to make a quick buck by flipping real estate and commercial. And when I wrote my book, The Straight Path to Real Estate Wealth, we did it with the intention of saying, hey, let's sift through all these real estate strategies and let's find the one that within a reasonable period of time, call it 10 years, can really put someone on a path to real retirement.
And this is a lot of information I know that you're listening to right now, so I want to encourage you to go ahead and give them a call. You can see their website at the bottom of the screen. It'll just take a few minutes. They'll be happy to meet with you one-on-one. If somebody wants to purchase an investment property, but they have limited funds, is that a possibility?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, when I got started, before I went on to buy hundreds of homes, I started with no money in the bank. And one of the great challenges was trying to figure out how I could take my mentor's advice and figure out how to buy real estate. And so today we're helping people overcome their credit concerns. Some people don't have the credit to buy, but we help them rent credit and work with other people. We're especially helping people with IRAs and 401ks, people with qualified funds that have a lot of frustration based on what the market's presented the last 5 years. And a lot of people don't know that you can actually often take those funds and actually tax-free and penalty-free, actually use them and purchase real estate successfully and have it start paying you a monthly cash flow. So that's one of the very exciting things is that we meet people all the time that say, well, I don't have money. And then we show them a game plan, and then, you know, a few months later,
they're making money.
They're doing
That's what the game's all about. Ryan, you've worked with Strongbrook already, so what's your experience been?
You know what, it's been fabulous. I came to Strongbrook about 2 years ago, just over 2 years ago, and I was one of those people that came with very little to offer in terms of financial ability. Met with Chris and his team, and within a short amount of time I realized that there was an opportunity for me to get into real estate, and since then have went on to purchase 4 homes and working on another one right now using their team.
Good for you.
It's been fabulous.
What would you actually suggest to someone who's watching and in the same situation that you were in once and they want to become an investor?
Well, to take action, right? There's no better time than the present moment to do something about your situation. It starts with a game plan. That's where Valerie will talk about. Valerie will help people have a comprehensive game plan that will show them from where they are today to where they can be in as little as 10 years to achieve their financial goals. So I'd recommend starting with the game plan.
Valerie, I have to be honest, so much of this is way over my head. I would love to say, hey, I know what you all know. I know the secrets. If I did, I'd probably be in a mansion. I wouldn't be sitting here right now. So explain to me, an independent business developer with Strongbrook, what exactly do you do?
Right. Well, I basically introduce investors to the Strongbrook concept. I can go through their game plans with them, answer any further questions that they may have. But essentially, I just help them get started with Strongbrook. Strongbrook does all the hard work for them.
Yeah.
I just introduce them to the Strongbrook concept and what they can do for them.
You also partner with realtors and other financial investors, right?
That's correct. We love partnering with realtors, individuals who may be in the financial industry, anyone really who is related in some way to the real estate industry. And we love partnering with them simply because they can add value to their customers, especially individuals who want to help their customers diversify their portfolios to include real estate investment, and this is a great way to do that.
And Chris, you actually have a game plan that you worked out for every investor, right?
Yeah, that's right.
What is that? Explain more to me.
You know, when I say game plan, what I really mean is software. As we've worked with over 1,000 people and have done all these properties, we found that there's actually different ways of working with people in different situations. And based on all that experience, we recently actually got together and we put it into a software this last year. And what's really great now is we actually have a computerized game plan process where we can take a person that has, you know, and everyone's in a different situation. I mean, we work with people that have nothing. We're working with people that are just starting over. We're working with people that already have some wealth or have a lot of wealth. And people in all those different situations come to us because they want to continue growing that wealth or they want to dig themselves out of a pit. And having a game plan is a really critical part of starting that process, because a lot of people think, Denise, real estate, oh, I got to do a deal. Doing the deal's not the important thing. Knowing where you want to go, knowing where you want to end up, and knowing what that looks like is far more important. So the game plan ultimately gives a person a goal. It gives them a vision. It helps them know where they want to get to. And then the game plan gives them step-by-step detailed options of what all their options look like so that they can pick the ones that they're most comfortable with.
And Ryan, all I ever see with you is just smiling ear to ear. I mean, this has worked for you.
It has. You know, I can definitely look back 2 years ago from when I started with Strongbrook RESC and see a clear and distinct difference in my life today. I attribute much of that to Strongbrook and their team. And like Chris said, it started with a game plan. When I went to Strongbrook RESC, I did not think I had the options available to invest in real estate. They showed me I did, and they showed me how to do it, and the best part about it, they did most of the hard work for me to help minimize that failure rate.
Excellent. So somebody else can actually, they can continue working their full-time job as you're doing all the hard work, and then slowly invest and become a business developer.
Yeah, it's ultimately a retirement plan.
That's wonderful.
My experience, Denise, of people is that I personally believe we all have a purpose. And recently I heard a statistic that said the majority of people do a job they don't even really like doing. And that's sad for me. I used to be in that situation, and one of the great joys that I get out of life and our company and the culture we've created is really helping people get back to that roots of freedom through entrepreneurship, having a business on the side that can be passive, so that one day they have the finances where they really can take that leap of faith and have that permission to live their life, live their purpose, and really do something that's going to fulfill them and create that happiness and joy that every person deserves.
Wow, that sounds perfect. Thank you for coming on the show. Nice meeting all of you. Again, an investor, someone interested in becoming an investor or an independent business developer, fill in a game plan at their website to get started, and then meet with Strongbrook Corporate Executive, to review your game plan.